strong material that has been around for ages for functional purposes. Hardly was it ever thought of as an extraordinary art medium. Ramon Gahol Orlina shattered the idea that glass must remain the mere practical substance that it has been. He has elevated it to the artistic plane. In the process, he has made himself known as the first and only glass sculptor in the Philippines. Ramon Orlina grew up in an ancient house in Taal, Batangas. It is a house that used glass on its sliding panels instead of the kapis, then very popular in his town and elsewhere in the country. Thus to glass was Orlina born, and with a measure of artistic heritage thrown in, it is not surprising that he would become enamored with the material.
You have not much exposure before on glass sculptures. I started painter, but basically, let's say I am an architect by profession. Then I had a one-man show in 1975 in painting, and I work on glass also. So it was glass paintings. And I started developing glass sculptures on my own. So since I didn't have anybody to follow or to study, I developed it by myself. And one thing I think I'm lucky because not following anybody, I was able to make my own direction, my own art.
In 1975, 25 of Orlina's glass creations caught the eye of local art patrons. A commission to produce a gigantic glass mural for the Silahis International Hotel followed. Arcanium 19, Paradise Gained, became the first piece of glass sculpture in the Philippines. Orlina's works are a mixture of prismatic and round shapes, polished and matte finishes, and composite or monolithic pieces. His works arouse a wide scope of emotions. There are those which may rock the senses. There are others which may simply, but still significantly, impress. For Orlina, art is not to be confined in museums. It is to be seen by the people for whom, after all, it has been created.
Most of my works are in abstract, you know. The execution and conceptualization is at the same time. So sometimes I just work continuously, you know, and I'm happy with it because, you know, I deal more on the forms, and I'm happy about, you know, having more freedom of expression.
An architecture degree holder, Orlina utilizes cullets, a byproduct of industrial glass making processes. To obtain cullets of sufficient size, a 2-month annealing period in a large furnace is required. Once Orlina has acquired the desired size of glass block, he shapes this into his design without breaking the substance. To do this, he employs high-speed cold tooling techniques. Ultra-fast grinders, diamond cutters, sand blasters. These are the tools a daring and innovative artist like Orlina works with. Talent as bursting as Orlina's, coupled with a medium only a truly brave soul can attempt to mold according to his wishes, will out. In time, his prismatic cut glass mother and child was selected to represent the Philippines in the 1977 Grand Prix, an international contemporary art competition held in Monaco. His other glass works have been viewed by art connoisseurs in France. He has traveled to New York, Paris, and Prague on observation trips to further broaden his horizons in glass art. Two of his latest sculptural creations are fast becoming landmarks in downtown Singapore: the Fertile Crescent at the Forum Galleria and the Wings of Victory at the Wisma Atria. The Fertile Crescent is an imposing combination of sculpted glass and stainless steel. It is perhaps the largest glass piece in Singapore and possibly in the whole of Asia. Light fittings have been installed within the body. It even has a concealed door for cleaning and maintenance. Amidst a progressive glass shopping, business and residential complex on Orchard Road, the Fertile Crescent stands out. Fully lit and against the evening skyline, Orlina's environmental sculpture is a spectacle. It may be fascinating to know that a fertile crescent was made in Orlina's small shop in Balik-Balik, Sampaloc district. A pattern indicating the exact size and position of each glass block to compose the fertile crescent was made. Then, each block was cut, shaped and polished by hand to fit into the assemblage without any support. Once completed, the stainless steel frame and the glass blocks were transported to Singapore, where the entire piece was installed. The Wings of Victory consists of 67 pieces of molded steel, the shape of stylized birds, each of which is more than a meter long. The birds are suspended from the Wisma Atria skylight on 10mm stainless steel rods. The whole sculpture is said to have evolved from the permutations of 5 basic shapes and pastel colors. The Wings of Victory exposes Orlina's ability to work with mediums other than glass. This purely metal piece is proof enough. It has also served to put Orlina's architectural background to good use. He had to carefully consider the shape of the Wisma Atria before putting the pieces in place. He had to exercise great care in hooking the rods onto the center of gravity of each bird.
People are appreciating now and getting to know more about the studio class, and I hope more people get to know what I'm doing. And later on I would like to teach and maybe make this some sort of make a school so I could teach what I have, let's say, learned and developed.
Ramon Orlina, to those who appreciate his art or have just heard about it, he is a bold spirit, a refreshing addition to the country's growing breed of go-ahead artists, and certainly one we can expect to be proud of for years to come.
One thing I could be proud of is